Okay, very good. And today we are on number 43, the unfathomable pit. Three thieves stole a lot of money and made off with it to the top of a mountain. As they started to divide it, one of them got greedy and thought of a plan. Wait, he said cunningly, let's have something to eat first. I'll go find us some grub. And off he went to town. The other two thieves were hungry, so that was fine with them. The first thief went to town and bought some buns. After eating his fill, he injected poison into the rest. He was plotting to murder his companions out of greed. While he was gone, the other two laid their own evil designs. They agreed to finish their companion off and split the money evenly. When the first thief returned, he threw down the bag of buns and said, help yourselves, I already ate. And then, laughing inside, he went off to relieve himself by the edge of a cliff. Seeing their chance, the other two crept up behind him and gave him a shove, sending him tumbling into the valley below. So much for him. Now let's eat and then split the take. They died side by side. All that remained on the mountain top was the bag of money. I peer into the depths of the abyss where I must fall. Ah, how unfathomable the pit of my desires. Okay, very good. Yeah, I really think this is a true story. Yeah, because we see it in a modern way happening too, like the Ponzi scams and people creating these phony companies. They claim they're gonna do something, but then like testing your blood and no, without taking your blood, just you know, without any needles or anything, they can tell what's in your body. The idea sounds very intriguing and nice, but things like that, because of our desires. Yeah, if we are in the dark about our desires or greed, we always want to have the upper hand and we want to have more than other people. And then the mind comes up with these unwholesome schemes to maximize our own advantage. Yeah, so that's why Buddha teaches us these blind passions, such as desire or greed or anger or resentment, they are very dreadful if we don't raise our awareness of them. Yeah, and I feel this is why I was led to Buddhism, because I knew something in me needs to change. It's not always, if only I had this, I would be happy. If only I had that, I would be happy. Those are external elements. If we don't address what is inside, which is how unfathomable the pit of our desires, that no matter what we obtain in life, we always want more and more and more. I mean, just a simple example, we eat food, we are satisfied. In no time, we are hungry again. We have to eat again, and then we have to work hard to provide the food, and then we eat it when we are satisfied for a while, and then we are hungry again. So it's like keeping us in a loop, something within ourselves, these blind passions. And yeah, we kind of get stuck like a trap. Yeah, someone said it's like a vexatious trap. Once we see this is like a trap, then of course Buddha doesn't teach this reality to make us depressed or fall into despair. He's teaching us because he's showing us the way out of it. There is an antidote to these desires, which is giving to others. So desires is all about taking, me, me, me. the antidote is think about other people, give to them. So in this story, they could have, yeah, divide the money, and it's okay if one of the three would get a little bit more, because sometimes it's difficult to divide something perfectly equally. I think there are always cases where one or two of them they end up getting a little bit more, or they get a little bit better of the share. That leaves us feel a little bit left out or unhappy. That's the time we can practice these parameters of giving and generosity, yielding, and instead nurture something more precious in our own hearts, which is independence of these um, money or wealth, or generosity, that we have the strength to let go of something that is appealing to us too, but we're like, you can have it. I've learned a lot about the dreadful nature of these desires. You can have it. I prefer my freedom and my peace of mind. And at the end of it all, we cannot use up all the possessions we have. You know, the day we die, we leave behind a lot of our money and possessions and stuff. We cannot take them with us. So why don't we share and see the other person smile and happy? And by benefiting other people, we benefit ourselves actually. So this is very difficult to understand or fathom, but only through practice we begin to see, wow, the words of the Buddha are not false. It liberates me from my reliance on these temporary things. Hmm. It's a very good feeling of liberation from suffering. Yeah, so that's the message I get. So let's practice it and test it for ourselves in everyday life. We are being given countless opportunities to yield, to let the other person have it, and ask ourselves, can I be happy for their happiness? Or if I'm not happy for their happiness, if I'm jealous or resentful, I need to work through those feelings. So I'm still grateful for this opportunity to confront those blind passions. Thanks to this person, I have to confront these blind passions and work through them. So it's a pleasure, not a pain. Yeah, some people say when you're frustrated, just tell yourself, what a pleasure. Pause and tell yourself, what a pleasure. In this way, your pain transforms into pleasure. Pleasure is in terms of I am building something in my mind that is unshakable, that is so beautiful by doing this every day, every day, every day. So, what a pleasure. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity instead of feeling bitterness about it. Very good. So, good job, everyone, for being here and practicing together. And have a wonderful Thursday. Bye.
Thank you, Beta.
You're welcome, Gary.